is Rick, and welcome to episode 4 of my Let's Play Sunless Sea Zubmariner series. When we last left off, my Z captain had returned to London, and as he had not done this many times before, there was quite a lot to do. One of those things was to speak to a man called the Merchant Venturer, who wanted to overpay us badly for some things, and overpay us slightly for others. Let's find out. Don't ask why. 1,500 echoes will answer all your questions. Yeah, that would answer a lot of questions. What is it? Outlandish artifacts? Ooh, not easy to get, but that's a lot of money. Or, other alternative, something forlorn. You can find it in Irem, or Dreams. I don't know which is easier to find. Actually, they sell it down at Wolfstack, but where's the romance in that? Or the profit? 700 echoes for 7 bales. Oh, 7 bales of parabola linen. Not the easiest to get stuff, but not impossible either. Perhaps not. Consider a specialist surgeon. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks, and has made it known that she is available for work. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this person, but what do you got to say? Employ the Clattery Air. Her talents could be well employed on your vessel. The Clattery Air is a doctor who increases hearts and iron. 30 echoes? Wow, okay, go. Welcome aboard. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them. Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab to her slot at the top of the screen. Do this in port, or you may unsettle your crew. You have no more recruits for the moment, and you lost 30 echoes. Okay, let's do that right now. Officers, surgeons, here you go. What does she do? We have a doctor aboard, we have hearts and iron. This is exactly why I was trying to recruit lots of officers early on. I feel like I'm missing something. How much hold space do we have? Okay, plenty. Good to know. Now what about London? She's the greatest city on the Untersee. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you'll gain Admiralty's favor. And we have a few. It's a good idea to always remember to turn these in every time you come in, so that you can get new ones on the way out. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, notionally. Go. Submitted. You no longer have any of this. Port report, Hunter's Keep. You've gained 5 echo. You have an Admiralty's favor. And you've gained a fuel, which is another reason to do this. Vendor bite. What have the nearly dead been up to then? Submitted. You no longer have any of this. A port report, vendor bite. You've gained 10 echo, a favor, and a fuel. Wither. I refuse to ask any questions. I don't want to give them the satisfaction. Submitted. You no longer have any of this. A port report. Wither. You've gained 20 echo. You've gained a favor. You've gained a fuel. Running out of these. Shepherd Isle. Submit as fact. I probably can't do it, so I'm not going to try. Shepherd Isle. Submit as unsubstantiated hearsay. Go. All the usual stuff. $10, favor, fuel. Ask to speak to the dark spectacled admiral. Do you have an appointment? I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's anything more I can do really with him. We know we're going on a long sea voyage, so we'd probably better get some more fuel. And at this point, I don't care about filling up the hold with it too much. Normally you don't really want to do that because then you're just paying to give fuel and supplies or ride around the ocean. But in this case, since I know I'm going a long ways and this is the cheapest fuel I'm going to get, I'm going to stock up a little bit. Holds nearly full now. And I still feel like I'm missing something. So let's see. London. What do you got for me? Visit the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, Z specimens, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Find secrets by locating locations of interest or in foreign ports. I've never done that before. Let's go. Quite impressed. Oh, yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh, yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. You've lost a secret, a twist in your tale. You are now Favors Antiquarian. You've gained 1 pages. New total 76. Continue. The alarming scholar's mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. The sea story? No, I'm trying to farm those. You can't have that. Bunch of stuff I don't have. Leave the university. You have business to attend to. And besides, the scholar keeps snapping her teeth like a mechanical trap. I'm kind of running out of stuff to do here. Visit the Rose Market. It bustles on Roser's Wharf. Perhaps you can find a buyer for some of the curiosities you found at Z. Probably not, but I'm curious to see what we can sell in the future. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and the gumption to harass Z captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make 1 trade per visit. Choose wisely. People at the Rose Market will pay above the usual price for specific goods. Yeah, we're not going to do this anytime soon. I can tell already. The honey-addled detective is collecting watchful curios. Nearby, a puppet theater is performing The Gardens of the Serpent. The detective watches idly while waiting for sellers. Nope. A jovial contrarian is purchasing long boxes. His wheeled chair squeaks through the crowd. As all visitors to the Rose Market must, he carries a mirror. He's painted over the glass, though, with the face of a bat. Oh, I want to go sailing. I don't want to do any of this, but there's still 1 or 2 things we need to take care of first. Read the morning papers. Lose some terror, get some recent news. Terror is not that high. $100 to reset it. Nah. The hold is fine. Well, actually, it could be better. I'm looking at the hull. The ship's kind of beat up. I'm not crazy about that. What can we do about it? Well, here's one way to get there. Ask the Admiralty if they can provide a little fuel. I'm not actually going to do that. Just want to see how much it costs to get my ship fixed up. Completely repaired for $100. Not bad. Use Admiralty favor and $25. You know what? 100 seems pretty reasonable. We have a fair amount of damage already. Stupid lifebirds. The work is complete. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Is there anything I missed in London? Rose Market. Don't need crew. Crows and Wolfstack docks. Well, we do have some terror and a long sea voyage ahead of us, so this will reduce your terror. You might run into trouble or romance. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. You were fortunate. You lost 5 terror, 10 echo. You now have one of this, recent news. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with... I'm going to go with a likely lass. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Oh, how romantic. Whatever she is, she's easy to like, and when the evening ends, you're still together. Go. An interlude. The next morning, she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says. You now have one of this, a locket with the likely lass portrait. You've lost 2 more terror. That's it. We're actually ready to go. Wow, finally. Enough boring London stuff. Let's go blow up a Z monster and explore the Z. It's been so long. Do I remember how to drive a boat? So I was looking into it, and it seems like driving slower doesn't burn any less fuel. It just makes you get there slower. So that's not going to help any. And let's see. We don't have to go real super far to find anything new. Here's Rowena's Rocks. We're already charting unknown territory as far as my map is concerned. Oh, here's a silly Z-Beast. I really shouldn't stop and fight everyone. You dinged my ship. You've scratched the paint. I will eat you for that. Pale and salty meat. The crew will feast. That glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades. So eat while it's fresh. You've lost 12 hunger. Let's see. Oh, okay, Mutton Island. It doesn't appear we've ever been here before. Discovered Murray Straits. Gaining some fragments, which will lead to pages, which will lead to everything else, which will lead to a successful captain. Don't you dare forget me. Don't you dare forget about me. Don't you. Keep it. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely and Z-captains die young. Throw it away. With enough time and effort, you could break her heart, or she yours. There's a bunch of options. I'm going to prepare for the future. I'm going to try to have an heir and provide for them. And to do that, it will start by keeping the likely lass's locket. Try saying that 3 times fast. Or even once. I'm keeping it. Close your hand over the locket. The Z air is cold, but the heat of your blood has warmed the metal of the locket. Keep it close. You have a sweetheart in London. I hate running my boat into the dock. It's embarrassing. My first mate should be very embarrassed every time it happens because, of course, a real captain doesn't actually pilot the ship. They give orders and other people pilot the ship. Here we are at Quaker's Haven. There are secrets in this place I have never managed to unlock or even figure out, so I don't really know how to do them. Mutton Island, fires on the hillside, Quaker's Haven. Once the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. I can't do a lot of this stuff because my boat is too fast. What can I do? Buy supplies. No, don't need that. Buy fuel. No, don't need that. Chat to the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. One echo. Knock yourselves out, gentlemen. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves. Smugglers at their work. Connate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. In other words, I got a port report. That was the goal of that. Pick up a wretched mog. Meow, meow. A yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably, it's hungry. This is a mascot, one variety of officer. You pick it up for 3 supplies. It's kind of expensive, but we have too many supplies, honestly, so here, kitty kitty. Also, I don't usually get the cat, so it's kind of different for me. And that I'm not sure what happens when you get the cat. What's that smell? It jumps down from your arms and disappears into the darkness of the ship. An hour later, 5 brutally executed rats are found on the foredeck. Appoint your new mascot by dragging him from the officer's tab to a slot at the top of the screen. If you do this at sea rather than in port, you may affect crew morale. You now have 1 wretched mog, and you've lost 3 supplies, which is just a ridiculous amount, but okay. What else? Visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind in the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. A straightforward challenge. Your page's quality gives you a 100% chance of success. Not sure I've ever succeeded at that before, so this alone might be new. Toasting the wind. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. You succeeded in the page challenge. You now have more terror. You gained fragments, however, which is great. That's all for now. I don't want to spend money I don't really have at the Cock and Magpie. So I guess we're done here. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, or subscribe. If you came here from Reddit, upvotes really help. It's a small thing that makes a big difference for my channel. If you enjoy this content and really want to help, tell a friend. Anyone who likes video games or audiobooks might like this. Thanks for watching.